here you go. I come up here. Okay, I'm going to check my propane. Looks like it's good. Okay, well, I'm having a problem because in order to have propane, this vent should be there. So see, somebody put a plug on here. Somebody knows there's an issue. So that's my point about this. This was all ready to be inspected. So I get in here this morning, I got to start the engine. Well, that ain't happening. There's a mechanic changing the exhaust system that is a recall, so they change them on every Cummins. Okay, so I can't start my engines.
All this stuff, everything was inside these sinks. They were filled. When I pulled everything out, guys, I want you to see this. You see what's in my hand? These are the things that I pulled out of the drain. These things that someone left there that left this junk for us.
Welcome to the Pit Stop series, where we're on a mission to save one RVer at a time. Today, we've got two stories to share, starting with story number one. This 2014 Allegro came to us with a host of issues that we'll walk you through. But first, let's talk about dealers who get upset when we call out the messes they leave behind for RV inspectors to deal with. Take this RV sink, for example. It was filled with garbage, small pieces of electrical wire, and plastic caps. When debris like this is left behind, it hinders our ability to perform a thorough inspection unless we clean it up first. Worse, if the trash ends up on a table or a couch and something falls under a slide during operation, guess who the dealer would blame? Us, the third-party RV inspectors. Don't fall for dealerships claiming they weren't ready for the inspection. They knew when the inspector was coming. And with a sink full of junk, do you think we were able to inspect it properly right away? This is why we're committed to sharing the facts about what we encounter during inspections. If dealers treat your unbiased third-party RV inspector this poorly, how do you think they'll treat you once the sale is complete?
It's RV inspection day, and we are in Dover, Florida, about to inspect this 2014 Allegro 34AA. Now, you don't know what we're going to find. I don't know what we're going to find, but I do know with my first glimpse walk around, there's a lot. Stay tuned.
All right, this is how we start this morning. First glimpse. There's already a mechanic there. There's already a couple of units. It's funny. They're going to have a PDI soon. So isn't it funny, the moment we come in, then all of a sudden, all the things are going to be fixed? They just did the tires. There's 6 brand new tires on this 2014. Dave is actually changing the exhaust catalytic system on that. That's typical of Cummins engine. I'm missing nothing. It's just a used unit, so it's fine. We'll see what it looks like around lunchtime. So we'll recap in a couple of minutes for you, a couple of hours for us. See you later. I kind of went backwards on this one because I actually found some mechanical thing. So I get in here this morning, I got to start the engine. Well, that ain't happening. There's a mechanic changing the exhaust system that is a recall, so they change them on every Cummins. Okay, so I can't start my engine, so now we're screwed, we're backwards, so we're gonna kind of change our rhythms. I started with the generator, tried to start that, ran good, and all of a sudden, after 2 minutes, stops. Blinking light, so my generator's not working, so it's not doing its purpose. But you were leaving when? So that's the idea of a PDI. Dave was really nice, cooperative. He says, I'm gonna let you do your leveling and your slide so Laurel can actually work inside. And so I started the engine, did my stuff. The AC in the cab area doesn't work. Oh, another problem. Those are not a little problem that you're showing up at 9, you're leaving at 11. That ain't happening. So that's kind of frustrating today because everybody feels that they're in the other person's way. So I understand his purpose to try to have everybody at the same time, but it doesn't make sense, people. So leave us alone, let us do our job. But maybe it's an MO, maybe it's an intent, purpose to do this, to screw around everybody, so everybody's in the way of everybody, so you're not concentrating on what you do. He could be really smarter than we think. I did the roof just before I came down for lunch. I was supposed to spend about 20 minutes, half an hour there. I don't know. How long have I been there? An hour?
At least.
So it's ridiculously old. See, that's why it's hard to do older units. 2013. I know it's a 14, but it's been made on June of 13. That's a lot of years in the sun, so that's a lot of sealant required. So now let's go see what Laurel found inside.
Come on in. Oh, no, you have to really use your muscles to open up that door. That's one of those that you really have to use your muscles. Come on in, it's lunchtime. Boy, am I glad it's time to sit down. This has been quite a, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless, but let's just say this. Come on into the kitchen. Let me show you. So the first thing I said, you know what, I'm going to do my water because as Pierre said, they put people on us today fixing other things. All this stuff, everything was inside these sinks. They were filled. When I pulled everything out, guys, I want you to see this. You see what's in my hand? These are the things that I pulled out of the drain. These things that someone left there that left this junk for us. The problem now with the sink is the sink holds water. Sure does. It doesn't even drain. It holds water really well. What else is in there that I don't know, that I haven't seen? So not too impressed with that. Then speaking of my water, of course, what do you think leaked? The shower. Both corners of the shower. Yes, little waterfall going on. And the sink was fine in the bathroom and the toilet holds water. So that's good and it works properly. Again, it is a 2014, as Pierre said, built 2013. Woodwork looks pretty darn good. We also found a soft spot on the floor in the bedroom. So let's walk this way right here. First of all, you can see the rug's ripped right here. But this, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's not a padded rug. Let's just say that, okay? That is a soft floor. So have to mention that. They know they're getting a 2014, but this is only lunchtime and there's quite a bit of stuff. So let's see, come the end of the day, what we're going to find.
End of the day, yes. That's what Laura and I were just talking about. Says, yeah, some of them we dread because they're older unit. And there's a lot. You find a lot of things, a lot of little things. So yes, those are those crafty days where you gotta encourage yourself and try to say that, yep, it's gonna be solid at the end. It's fine, which is kind of hard. Sometimes it's kind of obvious. I got a lot of sealant around the edges, little thing, normal. I mean, listen, 10 years old, 2013, so 10 years old. Yes, so it's kind of normal. It moved, so it's nobody's fault. I'm not gonna blame the manufacturer after 10 years. Structurally, we're good. Every floor, there's 4 slide outs on here. 4. For this little, well, little, it's not yellow, it's about 35, 36 feet, but if you recap, I don't have any AC in the cab. My generator's not working. Is it electrical? Is it mechanical? I don't know. It doesn't want to let run, and it asks for service. Other than that, I don't have nothing major. They changed the front awning on the door. I can see that. I can see they installed a wine guard up there that's brand new. So whoever asked for that, I don't know if it's our customer. So that's there. Those 6 new tires. The valve stem, I'll recommend to have, guys, have some valve stem installed so they enlighten so you can actually reach them when you want to check your air. Now they put a little nubby in the back that they try to put their hand between the 2 wheels. You can't access that. It's ridiculous. Put extension valve so it'll be easier for you. For me, I'm done. We'll see you on the other side. Now we're going to go see what Laurel found.
I'd like to tell you about my end of the day if we can get inside.
Seriously?
Did you lock this?
No, that's what everybody says. Just
wow.
open the door.
Yeah, well, that is not what I like anyways. I like to go in nice and easy, but at least we have AC in here. It is the end of the day. Thankfully, yes, like Pierre said, 2014, a lot of things, you know, little things. As you can see, we got a new couch. It's not a new couch. They actually refurbished because the people that owned this, they saved the pieces of leather and they actually just gave it to the company to reupholster the cushions. And that's what they did. They used their own leather. So the guy has been here all day long with us. His name is Travis. Travis, great kid, did a good job, but he's underfoot. It's not his fault. I'm trying to do my list and I have to work around him because this is what the dealer wanted, was to have everybody here fixing this rig today. But we're not here to fix it. We're here to inspect it. Anyways, a lot of things that I found this afternoon, half of the window shades, either the day shade or the darkening shade, do not retract back up. They're all there, they just don't retract back the way they're supposed to. I had one window in the back, it's actually the emergency window. It actually works properly, but if you wanted to open it to let air come in, you can't re-lock the window. I'm just gonna look at my list here for a second. One outlet behind that couch didn't work, but you know, not a big deal. The rest of them did. They'll fix that. Also, you know, talking about reupholstering, I guess they forgot this one over here. Maybe the customer is going to do it himself. I don't know. Another thing, you know, I always have to check the beds. Yeah, there was a lot of stains on the beds. I'm not going to show you. For those that like to see the nitty-gritty, I'm not showing you that. Just going through here, the floors were solid, except the one spot I showed you in the bedroom this morning. It's a soft spot coming in here. As you know, we showed you this already. That's kind of a little disturbing, but you know, I don't know what they're going to do about that. Maybe it's not going to be a big deal to them. But at least they know. They've been told every little thing, and that's exactly why they hired us. They know they're getting a 2014. So is this a little bit of a fix-it-up? I think it is a little bit of a fix-it-up. But like Pierre said, structurally, it is sound, and now they know.
Now that you've seen the Allegro we inspected, what's your verdict? Bust or a buy? Let us know in the comments below. It's interesting how what might be a deal breaker for one person could be a perfect fit for someone else. In this case, our customer decided to purchase the Allegro. Why? Because while it had its share of issues, the structure was solid and they saw it as a rewarding project to tackle. Next up in this series is our inspection of a 2022 Entegra Accolade. This one belongs to a single mother eager to hit the road with her 9-year-old daughter for some unforgettable adventures. Unfortunately, this RV wasn't prepped for inspection, despite our agreements and the dealership being informed of our requirements ahead of time. The most concerning issue? No propane, and likely a propane leak, as you'll see in the video. Along with other small fixes that needed attention, it left us wondering, would this RV be your dream home on wheels or a disaster waiting to happen? What's your call? Bust or a buy? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Sanford, Florida, about to inspect this Entegra Accolade 37L. Now, it's a great day if you're a duck, and lucky for me, I inspect the inside, and Pierre inspects the outside. It's going to be a wet one for him today. So we'll let you know at lunchtime what we found so far. We don't know what we're going to find. You don't know what we're going to find. So let's keep our fingers crossed that our customer is going to be really happy with the inspection today.
Here's my first big problem that is typical. It seems to be typical of Entegra and Accolade lately. See, this would be kind of the latch. So what happened is you cannot push this drawer back in. Last time this cable was too short, so you can pull it out. This time you can pull it out, but you can't pull it in. So because you can't bring it back in, this becomes the latch for your door, so your door doesn't close. So they'll have to address that. We got another problem, which is a surprise. You don't have a clue, but for some of those that know and have signed before one of our agreements, is this going to be ready? It's going to have power, going to have water, and it's going to have propane, if you have propane. Well, I know you didn't see that, but this is a unit that is propane on demand. So Laurel's going to have a nice time trying to figure out hot water because there's none. My furnace operates, but there's no heat because there's no propane. So here you go. I come up here. Okay, I'm going to check my propane. Looks like it's good. Okay, well, I'm having a problem because in order to have propane, this vent should be there. So see, somebody put a plug on here. Somebody knows there's an issue. So that's my point about this. This was all ready to be inspected. So I'm back to what I was telling you earlier this morning. Your salesman, you know, the one you like with his nice shoes, his nice ties, and he looks all professional. He doesn't have a clue what's on with this machine. I know he doesn't. I had a conversation with him yesterday. He brought it in here. Do you think he checks this? No, he doesn't check this. That's not his job. He's there to sell your dream. You know that beautiful dream that you get all gung-ho about and, oh, I'm leaving Saturday? That's why you need an inspection. This, you ain't leaving Saturday if you thought you were picking it up Friday. I'm sure if we plug this back in, there's an issue. And that's because propane is leaking. Why would somebody have done this? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just had an extended stay valve in there and they just took it off and left home and kept it. Maybe that's what it is. But now I'm here. This is your inspection. And because of this, I can't inspect your furnace and I can't inspect your water heater. I'm not here as a tech. I'm not here to fix your unit and get it prepped. This is why we have agreement, and this is why we spend a day here, and we can't just, we already have enough of figuring out the electrical, the water, and all of that, because they don't prep that, and we never say nothing. We just do it on our own, but that's fine. So now let's go see what Laurel has at lunchtime.
Still pouring outside, but that's okay because I'm in here and I'm happy camper. So I've been in here all morning, and the first thing that we noticed is the radio on the outside does not work. Pierre likes to have the outside radio working while he's out there, but that's okay because he had to be in here to begin with. The other thing is the fridge. So the fridge, I took my thermometers out, but they were 80 degrees on the fridge side and 75 degrees on the freezer side. So this is not working. The next thing that is not working is the induction oven. Now I can turn it on and I can get the heat on this side, but I cannot turn this side on at all. So no matter what you do, it's not coming on. You hear the beep because that one's going off. So I did all of my water. No leaks in my sink in my kitchen. It holds water. The sealant's all there. Everything is great. Came into the bathroom, did my sink, my toilets. Everything is looking good. Got into the shower. You guessed it. Leaks. Both sides, leaks. It's a bummer when that happens, but it's just sealant, right? So that's something that they're going to fix for her before she takes on this unit. Guys, if you enjoy our videos, we would love it if you would hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave us a comment. If you don't know what to comment, just say C4BO. That will help out our channel a lot. So continuing through, I've done my ceilings, I've done all of my lights, I've done my floors. Everything is looking good. This afternoon, I'm going to do the laundry, all of the furniture, finish up with the electricity. So I'll be able to tell you, come the end of the day, what I find. See you at the end of the day.
So you're looking at that light, that's called life safety. The third light, well, from the middle, the one on the left, that's off, not working. Hey, no big deal. This is brand new. 2022, 5,000 miles, 5,400 miles. And you know what's funny is this is new. And you're just picking it up because it's new. And it makes me think of the guy who bumped into me this afternoon. He's walking in here and says, you guys know where the fifth wheels are? Use one. He kind of figured it didn't work. I says, no, I don't have a clue. So what do you guys do? So I told him, and we interact a little bit, inspection. And inspection for what? I think he thinks that it's like going to Home Depot. You just walk in, nobody's going to walk with you, and you're just going to buy whatever you want. Okay, this is not in a box. This was unboxed by a lot of people. And we'll see this with this unit. So that's why I'm still trying to preach to have an inspection, and I think a lot of you know why now. So this one, for instance, this trim where the 3 lines are up there, I'm going to pretend it's here. So this whole section, there's nothing. And also here. If the wind's coming this way and the rain's coming this way, where's the water going? Geez, you guys are smart. That's what I like about people like you. On this side, it's the same thing, okay? See, this is nothing. If you remember, I always told you, this is your floor. This is the trim. Is one higher than the other? So, look here. I know it's nothing. It's just this. It's all missing. From there to all the way down here is the same thing. This corner too. And typically Entegra is pretty good at this. They don't do this normally. So I was kind of a little stunned about this one. So both of them do the same thing. But on this trim rail, you know where the fiberglass come back down to this trim. So the trim is going from front to back. Fiberglass comes up here. This section right on top of that trim. I hope we can show that because that is bad. From here to about the center of the slide out. This is already been seen. So I don't know, I don't remember if I did that on the last Entegra Accolade. Same model, where on top of this slide out, there's 2 wipers. And if you see the wipers, they're like this. I'm gonna show you that this one is actually how it should be built. So here's your seal. This one's already touching. And look at this one. This one is totally sealing everywhere. So I'm just saying, see? So Entegra, you got one coming. And I hope you're gonna help them out fix your problem because you created that problem. So just saying, this is where we're at. This is the kind of stuff that I try to find to help out my customers. So now let's go see if Laurel did it to be a bust or a go.
It's the end of the day, and we have quite a bit to tell you about. I think you already heard what Pierre had to say outside, but let's start here in the bedroom. Going through all of the windows. As you can see over here, can you see these seals? Get right up nice and close. So all these seals that are just dangling right here, okay? Same on the other side, not quite as bad on the other side, but that window that Pierre's showing you right there, it doesn't even open at all whatsoever. Then we did the load of wash. Now this is your washer and dryer that is 1 unit, the Splendide, and it worked splendid. It was perfect, no leaks. Always love that when that happens. All the TVs worked, turned on. No, I didn't sit and watch soap operas today. Haven't watched soap operas in years. As I said earlier today, the shower did leak, and it leaked on both sides of the shower, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, they're going to put some sealant in there, and that's going to be okay. Coming out here into the shades. Now, this particular shade does not retract up. The rest of them do. Simple little fix, I'm sure, nothing major. And I'm not sure if I remember to tell you that we had no propane. It wasn't hooked up, so we actually could not test the furnace, which is really unfortunate because when we send out our agreements, we actually have it stated in there what we need. And the dealership knows this. And this was not available to us today, which also means that we had no water heater, so we could not test the hot water. Again, unfortunate, but it is in our agreements, and the dealerships, they know we need that. Now, again, the last Entegra we did, if you'll remember, I was up here in the bunk, I was up here in this window right here. And inside that window is full of insulation all around. Now, maybe this is the way they build it. It's the second one that I found like that, but I don't know. I just think it's kind of strange, but maybe that is exactly the way it is supposed to be built. And the last thing that we need to tell you is that the awning that goes over the top of the entrance door does not work. Now, the awning that goes the whole length of the coach, that does work. But you know when it's raining out and it was pouring today and you need that awning, yeah, it doesn't work at all whatsoever. So guys, this is why it's so important that you get an inspection. Our customer, she's out of state. She saw this unit, she fell in love with it, her eyes were all glassy, but she was smart and said, you know what? I need to hire an inspector to go in to make sure that I am getting the coach that I think I'm seeing.
I'm Al.
I'm Mary.
We're here at the Blue Ox endorsement training. I'm a certified inspector and I thought I knew a lot. I've proven I know very little compared to the standard set by Blue Ox. I'm striving to get up to meet their standards and make myself a better inspector. There's a vast amount of experience and knowledge here in Blue Ox. They've imparted on us. It's been a wee bit of a fire hose, but it's been an awesome experience, and I would strongly suggest if you want to be the best, this is the place to be.
So we have a lot of things to tell her. I'm sure she is really glad that she hired an inspector, especially Blue Ox RV Inspection. So don't forget to follow along with Blue Ox on the Run because we show you all our inspections, inside and out, the good, the bad, and the ugly. On that note, remember and do never forget.
It's not about the destination, it's all about the journey.